We have a collab, PersonaBelle. She's, by the way, a British INFJ who creates content inspired by MBTI and socionics for entertainment and educational purposes. She writes, "Hi Daparu da Crusha. Hope all is well. I'm contacting you to see whether you are interested in taking part in a virtual interview hosted on my channel. I've recently started a project called Cogni-Pod for the purposes of exploring real-life examples of the similarities and differences between the 16 personality types, as well as expanding understanding of personal cognition from the perspective of the individual." Beautiful, I like that. "I think that you're a great example of an ENTP. Oh, thank you. And I would love to feature you as a guest on my channel. I'm also a subscriber of yours." Oh, thank you very much. "Your creativity is off the chart and you have amazing energy for performance. Very dynamic, thank you very much. Running squirrel, the running squirrel theme you invented," shh, don't tell Carl that that's invented, "is hilarious and impossible to predict what you're going to do next." Well, that's the point, it's chaos. "It's nice to meet you in Cyberland, and I look forward to featuring you on my channel." Oh, that's so very nice. Thank you so much, and challenge accepted. So my name is Daparu da Crusha. I'm the host of Club ENTP on YouTube. It's always been my interest for the cognitive processes of the mind, how the brain works. So I've been interested in cognitive processes for most of my 52 years of sucking air on this planet, so a long time. And yeah, thank you so much for your invitation to be on your show representing the ENTP personality type. I appreciate that. I've been determined to be ENTP on thrice occasions by a very highly skilled and trained individual in the areas of psychology. It's my daughter, actually. She's the brain. So, yeah, that's who I am. And I have now known about the MBTI for 3 years. And I'm really excited because I've been studying it so many years, but only in 4 quadrants as opposed to 16. So this is all new to me, in the last 3 years. So I'm learning, and I also really enjoy your show. Love your show. I love the animation. It's very interesting to me, and the writing is great, so kudos. The first word I would use to describe myself is curious. I have an insatiable appetite to learn the truth about absolutely everything. I get just into one topic, and I'll learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can, to have an understanding of that. So the second word I would say would be creative. And you could be an artist and not be a true creative, but I believe that the highest expression of creativity is ingenuity. And besides being an inventor, I use my ingenuity in all of my art, and I've been developing talents and strange abilities to create these desired effects and outcomes of my imagination, and it all depends on what I'm currently interested in at the time. And I mean, it could be like visual arts, it could be audio, it could be performance, dancing. It just depends on what I'm interested in. All these things I have done over the course of my entire life. So life is art, okay? I'm entertaining, okay? From my deep desire to be popular, I developed a sense of humor. I became a professional breakdancer in 1984, actually made money doing it. And ultimately I became a musical producer, also producing music videos and other videos. And I've written thousands of songs, about a little over 3,000 songs, so to be exact. And what else would I say? Charismatic, all right? And I am in my highest elevated state when I'm engaged in a conversation with one or more individuals. So I use my charisma to attract and impress those people in order to draw out the truth of those individuals. I mean, whatever their truth is. And I use that charisma to draw people out of themselves, so they'll want to talk to me. And let's see what else. I would say the other word would be passionate. Okay, I am passionate and I do everything with passion. And this is also translated in my romantic relationships.
Mon Dieu!
I'm prevented from doing anything half-hearted. I can't just do an interview like a normal human being. I have to do something that has never been done before. So I look at everything as just an opportunity to express my individuality and not look to another example to find out, well, how should I go about doing this? I'm not gonna look for help. I'm gonna just dive right in. I'm gonna come up with my own ideas instantly as you ask me to do this. I am instantly ready to go. So that would be question number 1. And question number 2, let's get on that one. Describe yourself as a child. What was your behavior like? What did you enjoy and didn't enjoy? What did you want to become when you grew up? Besides a fire truck. So since I recently found out that I have hyperthymesia, that means I have no end to my memory. It goes all the way back. And when I say all the way back, I mean all the way back. So it's not like I just remember things when I was 5 years old. I remember them from the very beginning. So that's a very helpful tool in answering this question. I was a sweet child. I used my imagination to entertain myself and my family. I have one older sister, 2 years older than she's an INFJ. My father's an ESTJ. My mother is an INFP. And so I would constantly bother the adults by asking question after question, why this, why that? I mean, I probably bothered them. Some of them were happy to tell me, but I also felt like I was an old soul, so I didn't want to leave the house unless my mom painted a mustache on my top lip because I wanted to be treated like an adult, you know? And so from ages about 4 till I was about 6 years old, I would demand that mustache and my cowboy boots are always on backwards. But I was very sweet. I wanted to be an entertainer when I grew up, and I've actually realized that dream in real life. And besides wanting to be a fire engine. So question number 3, what was your favorite and least favorite subject in school and why? Oh, this is good. Okay. Well, have you seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Bueller? Okay. I was that guy who was usually, if I wasn't skipping school, I was a class clown. But I had very good material. So my favorite subjects were anything that allowed me to be creative, like drama or sculpture or any kind of art class, really. And I was known as the top artist in all of school, from kindergarten all through high school. I was actually known as the artist, and entered every contest and very competitive. My least favorite subjects were, let's see, I would say anything that I couldn't justify using in the real world. So I had good teachers who would explain why I needed to know this when I'm an adult, or the bad teachers who would just try to ignore me, but that's simply impossible to ignore a ENTP in your classroom. I was actually voted second funniest my senior year, and make no mistake, I was actually the funniest, but my friend, one of my closest friends, he was also on that. We were both neck and neck, but he went around campaigning, so he got people to sign over more than they did for me, which I didn't even think about campaigning. That was a brilliant idea. But he admits that I was actually funnier than him, and I would use original material, whereas he would use like comic book cutout, you know. And one of my favorite things that he would do when the teacher asked him a question he obviously didn't know because he was talking to me, he'd stand up and just say, "Beats me!" And the class erupted. That was 4th grade, and we were friends all the way through high school. We're still friends to this day. And let's see, what else about school? Oh, I took PE all 4 years of high school because I needed that competitive side of my psyche to be, I guess, entertained, I was always trying to break the records in athletics. And I never really did. I never broke any records in athletics, but I'm sure I did break some records. I guarantee that, but probably like the very best wine made in your locker in my freshman year. Best locker hooch. And question number 4. What sort of thing motivates you? What motivates me? Okay. Well, as an ENTP, I'm motivated by what's creatively stimulating and fun. I tend to work first. I'm sorry. Switch that, reverse it. I tend to play first and work later. But I have a 100% confidence that no matter what, I'll get it done, but I'll get it done in my time. And control over an ENTP, that's like our scariest thing ever. So I avoid controlling people and controlling occupation. So obviously self-employed for a long time. I'm self-motivated to overcome my procrastination and laziness, if you will, by telling myself not to be lazy. When I come up with a really creative idea for my show, but I know it's going to be really difficult and time consuming, I just take it as a challenge and I tell myself, don't be lazy. It's self-talk. Don't be lazy, and I just do it because I don't want to be lazy, all right? I don't want to be the stereotypical ENTP, but I do like to play first, and I don't like anybody to tell me not to play first and to get back to work. So I'm an entrepreneur of a sort. So let's see, what else can I say about what motivates me? When it comes to work, when I've been in the workforce, it doesn't matter where I have been. I always take it as a challenge. I make it into a game, so it ends up putting me in the top of my company, whatever it is. If it's working my way through college in a plywood mill, being the very best and working the very hardest, outworking my colleagues, or if it's in advertising, or if it's in, say, in contract law. I excel at every different, strange industry that I've ever applied myself, and it's always something completely different. I don't go into one industry and stay in that same line of industries. I jump from one thing that interests me to another until I feel that they're trying to control me, and then I want to just be free. So yeah, I'll just change my environments suddenly. And what's the question number 5? What sort of life decisions do you find easy to make? What sort of life decisions are more challenging for you? That's funny because I make very, very life-changing big decisions on the spur of the moment, like moving or changing my careers, just like I discussed with you. But the hardest decisions for me to make are little things like naming a song that I've written. It's kind of weird, but it's really hard for me to name a song that I write. I just don't know why. Number 6, if you had a care label or a warning label, what would yours say? Don't forget to enjoy the chaos. That's the warning. Oh, and don't piss us off either. We have 7 ways until Sunday of getting back at you. And number 7, given the choice of any person alive or dead, whom would you want to go to dinner with for an evening, and why? Oh, that's a good one. I love asking people these questions too. I always state it in, if you could have a beer with somebody, who would it be? And I could easily say 2 people, Russell Brand and Joe Rogan. I don't know who I'd rather have a dinner with or have a beer with, because they ask deep questions and they're great listeners, plus they're humble, and I love that. I love humble people. But the greatest thing I would say is that they love the truth, even when the truth makes them look bad. So that's their best quality. That's the number one thing, is anyone willing to accept when they're wrong, then they love the truth. Now, number 8. Finally, we're to number 8, and it reads, Do you believe that you have a life purpose? If so, what is it? And or are you still on the path to discovering it more fully? Please explain. Okay. Let's see. I nearly drowned when I was 18 years old. I was a very good swimmer, which was ironic because at 18 years old, I had no beliefs, no real morality. I would actually laugh when I hear people drowning in local rivers or the lakes, same lake I was about to drown in. And so I came face to face with my mortality, and it humbled me. And I reached for a higher power, a higher consciousness, and I've searched for God since that very day. I've been searching for God in whatever's true. I don't have a religion. I don't have a set word that I would call myself, except I do call myself spiritual. I could call myself a disciple of Yeshua or Jesus. I've been classified as a Christian Buddhist monk from my daughter, who is a sociologist and psychology major. She studied all the religions of the world, so she's one of the experts on her dear old dad. And so I would say that my purpose in all that is to know the truth and to speak the truth in humility with no hidden agenda to every human that I meet. So I love to have deep, truthful conversations with people. This is the bonus round. Whoa, bonus round. Yep, we got a bonus round, people. This is called Know and Show. She writes, how do you tend to express your creative side in the outside world? You can show through work or hobby. If it's possible, please show pictures, examples, blah, 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 blah. So my latest form of expression in my artistic, creative, problem-solving ness is my show. It's called Club ENTP. I will pitch it later. What that is, it's an MBTI comedy skit talk show where I perform comedy skits. I perform singing live guitar, sometimes questions, Q&A, answering questions to my live audience. Doing the robot, of course, with my steampunk character called Daparu, the steampunk, while acting, and graphic arts, and I do all the sound effects and coupled with animation, and it's very expressive for me. So whatever I can imagine for my show, each episode is always different and always intriguing, and I always try to throw some kind of a loop for me to follow up on and one up on. So I'm always trying to make my show better and better and better every time. So if you look at my number 1 episode and go all the way to number 11, you'll see that it progressively improves. I think you'll see. And number 2, question 2, are you good at tongue twisters? I mean, does rap count? I mean, can I just spit a rap and you can see if I'm a cunning linguist, or you could probably tell by that, I would imagine. Well, I hate to talk about you bad, but you blow my mind because everything that you do is so way out of line. It's like you're putting me down, but not to my face. So I think it's about time that I put you in your place. You see, I'm so slick. I got so much style. I could out-rap you by 1,000 miles. So just sit down, girl, and watch me smoke and check out my style and take some notes. No notes from you, though. I don't need. I could take them if I had to. At least I can read. And when it comes to rapping, you can't compare. I could out-rap you anytime, anywhere. So come on, young girl. You can't compete. You're not fast enough. You got to think on your feet. The style I got, you don't have half. I make it sound so bad, it makes your mama laugh. Woo! Does that count? Okay, because Peter picked a peck of pickles. Peter had a beautiful wife, but didn't know the first thing had a tree. Put her in a pumpkin shell, and needless to tell her what the hell, it didn't go too well. Next thing you know, Peter's in jail. The pumpkins are for sale. Lives are torn and tattered. The pictures have been chatted. I know this firsthand because I'm telling you about my own tale. Okay, that's a song I wrote. It's kind of a tongue twister. I got another tongue twister like when it comes to singing, where you have to take one deep breath, like, Oh, now at that point, you were like a dream come true, but I was looking at my life, wondering what I should do, and a serious love, well, there was just no time. There was deep as an ocean, I was narrow in the mind, and you were the one planning to make it all work out somehow. And number 3, do you ever like to entertain others socially? No, I'm kidding. For example, do you sing, dance, tell jokes, recite poetry? I sing in several languages, so I will even approach certain people if I see that they look like they're Egyptian. I will walk up to them and go, excuse me, but could you tell me what I'm singing? And it's in Egyptian. I ask them, do you speak Egyptian? If they say yes, I go, okay, well, what am I singing? And I'll say, Ya me elbi agdin melhum muftagarun aseldi melhum insel dileihum alillag mishi khabimishi ehum helihum waishi yuminhum wahaigerilhum ya elbi metsi minhum yuminhum wahaigerilhum. And you get the point. So, or I'll sing in, oh, are you Romanian? Oh, ce faci? I speak Romanian. So I would say something like, amintirile mă chinuiesc, amintirile mă răscolesc, nu mă rezist, fără ea despreț în noapțile, astăzi mi-a rămas doar amintirile. Tu n-ai știut cât am suferit, singur să trăiesc din amintiri. Tu n-ai știut cât am suferit, singur să trăiesc din amintiri. That's another language. I mean, I could go on and on, but it is probably the single greatest way that I break the ice with people from all around the world. So I love to sing in different languages. Let's see, number 4. What is a much valued gift? Well, that was a valued gift that you have in your possession, and why do you like it so much? Well, I just kind of told you. Maybe I gotta redo that. Okay, if possible, please show pictures. Well, everything I have is a gift. Every day I wake up, it's a gift. No one tells me what to do or where to go, and nobody tells me anything. I just do whatever I feel I need to do, and so every day is a gift. And every day belongs to me, where I can create anything that my mind can imagine. So, yeah, I'll give you some examples. I mean, if you just look here. Okay, look at that. Oh, click on this link too. So that would be, I would say the gift is that every day I wake up and see that day as a gift. And everything in that day has every possibility inside of it, locked inside of it. And so every day I wake up, I get a goosebump feeling in my gut, like butterflies actually, and I just get excited about what am I going to create today. And without having anyone tell me, you need to do this, you need to do that, do it this way, do it that way, or whatever. I'm free to express myself. So that's my gift, and I use it every day, to see every day as a gift. Number 5. Name an item that you use regularly that often gets on your nerves. Oh yeah. And say why. Cell phones. Okay, they're an invasion of privacy. They cook your brain. I don't want them around me. I don't use them very often, but I understand that they're a necessary evil, and but I absolutely hate them. And I don't use them that regularly, but it's, I guess, regularly enough. Okay. Number 6. Name 3 items you use regularly that you couldn't live without, and say why. If possible, please show pictures or examples. Things I can't live without. All right. Air. I can't show you a picture of that because it's really hard to film. The word. I research the word, the holy word. I research knowledge, and I can't live without that. And I eat bread, so food. And here's a picture of the bread that I made with my best friend. And oh, look at that. he and I also made that oven. Look at that oven. We just built that just a few months ago, and we have never laid a brick in our collective 103 years on Earth, but we're both very creative, and we just did it, and it turned out amazing. So yeah, check out that, actually, Pull Cafe. If you want to look that up online, you can follow us or them on Instagram and all kinds of places. So yeah, that's another nice little shout out to my best friend. Number 7, question number 7. This is so easy. What's an item that you've bought but never used? Okay. I have an EpiPen because I'm allergic to bees. I've never had to use it. All right, and question finally, number 8. Do you have a pet? Why, I'm not going to take any kittens, so please don't send me any kittens, people. All right, thank you. I have a koi pond. So I have koi that are my best pets, and I've raised them since they were tiny, and now they're 8 years old. And if possible, let's see, and which animal would you ideally like to keep if money were not an issue? Oh, well, a liger. I would like to keep at least like maybe two or three ligers, or maybe a liger, a tiger, and a bear. Oh my, I guess that would be it. But yeah, I love my koi, and I'm very thankful for them. So I guess that's it. My social media, if you wish to reach me, the best place to go is my YouTube channel called Club ENTP, or ENTP. That is the #1 place I want to drive people. I have a TikTok called Club ENTP. I have a Instagram called Club ENTP. I have a Facebook with my name, Daparu Crusha. So you can find me on Facebook. I think I'll be creating a new group called Club ENTP on Facebook, so look for that. And let's see, what else? That's about it. I think that's. Oh, and I also have a SoundCloud account, and that is under, I believe, Daparu Crusha, or it is Club ENTP. I believe it's Daparu Crusha. You can check it out for yourself. Either way. And I have about, I don't know, maybe 20 songs on there, so you can check out and listen to for absolutely nothing. The YouTube channel that I've designed, it is now over a year old. We just turned 1 year old, and we have 11 episodes and about 40 different videos on there with musical videos that I've created. There's a playlist that you can visit of my official music videos if you like 80s, 90s pop music or dance progressive. Please check that out. I also have another YouTube channel which I'd like to promote, and it's called Inspire. And this is really one of my favorite dreamed up ideas, where I will be seeing places in nature that I didn't even know existed and filming them and bringing the nature to you. So if it's waterfalls, or if it's a field full of wheat or rye and crickets and frogs and birds and any kind of nature sounds of water, these things I will be incorporating into the videos that are going to be on that channel, Inspire. So please, if you want to relax after laughing and enjoying the musical videos that are on Club ENTP, then go over to my other channel on Inspire and subscribe and wait for the amazing content that's about to be dropped very soon. So it's a brand new channel. Please subscribe. I am very interested in everything that you have to say, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you all. Parting is such sweet sorrow. So this is my farewell, and hopefully not forever. I hope to see you making comments, sharing your ideas and experiences on Club ENTP. Oh, and don't forget to enjoy the chaos. Please, people. See you soon.